Here's how I meal prep 10 breakfast burrito pockets in 10 minutes. These bad boys are low calorie, high protein, and most importantly, they're stupidly simple to make. Generally, this will last you 5 days worth, about 2 per day. But hey, if you need less calories, more protein, you could always do 1 a day and pair it with a protein shake. These are the ingredients you'll need to make 10. 500 grams or half a kilo of extra lean mince. This is 95% lean mince. 1 tin of kidney beans, but we're only going to use half, so about 200 grams kidney beans. You could substitute these for any other beans that you like. Old El Paso pockets. Now, if you can't find these, all good. We're going to show you another alternative that only adds an extra 20 calories. Then some 50% less fat cheese, 5 whole eggs, and your veggies of choice. I'm just doing capsicum and spinach. We're going to first start by slicing up some capsicum and setting that to the side. Then simply heat your pan on medium, spray it with a little bit of low cal spray so you don't use a bunch of calories with olive oil, and chuck in your mince. Start chopping it up into some small pieces. Rinse the 200 grams of kidney beans and then add those bad boys in. Mix it around and then add your seasonings, which I forgot to talk about at the start, but you're just going to need 1 packet of taco seasonings and then any others you like. I'm simply just going in with some garlic seasoning. Then add your capsicum, continue to mix it around, and when it's nearly finished, chuck in a good handful of spinach. Now, when it comes to your portion sizes, you can just eyeball it and try to make them even, or if you want to be accurate, you can weigh the entire meal out and then simply divide that by 10, and that's how much you're going to want to add to each burrito pocket. From there, we're going to simply whisk 5 eggs into a bowl, pop them into the pan on medium heat, and then scramble those bad boys up. Personally, I like to keep the eggs a little bit more on the runny side, especially because you're going to be reheating the other day's burrito pockets, but it's entirely up to you. Salt and pepper on the eggs. Again, you can weigh the entire eggs out if you want, but I personally just guesstimate with those. Then we're going to simply fill the pockets, starting with the mince, then the eggs, then the cheese. You want to grab a spoon and jam that down so it gets right down to the bottom, and try and make it as even as possible. Big Zena is a fan of these as well. I always personally save a little bit of cheese for the top as well. These are actually ready to eat as they are. You could eat them like that, or I personally recommend, if you can, pop them in a toasty maker, sandwich press, whatever these are called. 60 seconds, they'll just crisp up nicely and they'll taste unreal. It also melts the cheese as well. Simply plate them up. You can cut them in half if you want to show the camera what it looks like, which why would you want to do that? You can just eat them as is, and to make it even better, if you have the calories for it, set aside 1 serve of Nando's Peronaise for a little bit of sauce. This is only going to set you back 36 calories extra.
Oh my days.
I would highly recommend storing these in the freezer, as they will just keep a little bit better. You can simply just wrap them up in some alfoil, pop them in the freezer, and the next 4 days are good to go. Now, if you can't find the pockets, you can simply use a regular tortilla or the old El Paso ones. A little bit different. You're just going to chuck all the stuff in the middle, starting with the mince, then the eggs, and of course top it with a little bit of cheese. Now, to roll these up, you want to start by bringing in each side and then rolling from the back to the front. You want to kind of scoop the mince inside and roll it over so it doesn't fall out. Again, you can eat them like that and they're good to go. They're going to taste insane, but to make them even better, chuck them in their sandwich press, toasty press, whatever it's called. Crisp them up and enjoy. Per burrito pocket, we're getting a solid 21 grams of protein with only 256 calories. So depending on how many calories you have for the day, it's entirely up to you how many you want to eat. For the ingredients that we showed, that'll make 10. So if you want to make more, just multiply it. Or if you want to make less, just divide it by the amount you want to make. And if you like macro-friendly meals that taste bomb, but they don't have a million ingredients, or take 3 hours in the kitchen, and a 5-year-old could make them, maybe hit that subscribe. I think you'll like it here.